Welcome to the Leafcast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and joining me as always, the griller of steaks, the raiser of children, the winner of your fantasy league, my brother Dan.
Ryan, I love you.
I love you too. So, Dan,
what up?
Not to be too nostalgic, but this is 5 years in the making.
5 years.
And finally, we got the get of a lifetime.
We got the get of a lifetime.
When we say special guest, we mean special. And just special, just like extraordinary guests coming to you. This is the First Time Reader Show. We are on the last battle. This is episode 212. And this is the second. This is one of two of two on the last battle. Last week we discussed all the tertiary characters. We mourned the deaths, or we celebrated. Depends on your character. And we're gonna now go into the biggest part of the last battle. We're gonna talk Rand.
We're talking
right,
mostly
Dan?
Rand. Yeah, we didn't talk Rand on purpose. We want to talk Rand and the Dark One. They have a nice a coffee clutch, if you would. They kind of sat and had some bagels and talked things out, and we're going to talk about that.
All right, let's bring their first time readers. Solo Dan. First time readers. First time readers.
Oh, they're still Ryan. They didn't finish yet. Oh
no! Did you finish?
We never do.
All right, yeah. Oh, honey, I'll work on that. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
All right, so hey, Josh and Kay, thank you for coming to the show.
Dan, you sound kind of far away.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yeah.
Your
mic might need to be looked at.
Is that better?
Nope, you still
Count
sound far
on
away.
Josh to make sure we all sound on point as soon as we come in. Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
You sound good.
All right,
Better?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes,
so.
I think so.
All right, now I'm using
All
my mic. Duh.
Okay, good.
Guys, we thought this was just going to be a run-of-the-mill show, but then it turns out last minute we have some very special guests.
Oh yes.
No, very much.
Like
All right.
the most
And
special.
they're backstage, and I feel bad about leaving them there. Let's bring them in so they can
Bring
join the
them in.
conversation.
Special guest. You'll never guess who we got as a special guest. Put on the vest.
And
Oh.
that's right. Kate Redding and Michael Kramer are in the house.
It is the Kate Redding and the Michael Kramer. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm like vibrating out of my skin.
I agree.
And to keep singing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? If
careful what you wish
people
for.
donate $50 to Books for Prisoners, I will sing the whole show for you guys.
Yes.
Well, we don't want that, Dan.
Yeah,
We're prisoners.
But donate the money anyway.
Do it.
don't donate. I would say. Hi guys, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. This was, Kay just was just walking down a river and just threw in a fishing line. She's like, oh, let me just see if oh, Michael and Kate said yes, they'd love to be on that. So
Amazing.
thank you so much.
I had Matt's luck. That's what happened. I had
Matt's
Matt's
luck,
luck with me
You're
tonight.
Tavarin,
So.
I think.
I know. I think I am. I think I really am.
Very cool.
Can I ask you guys a couple questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love to just interview, highlight you, and just literally, we are infatuated with you.
Well,
Yes.
right.
Your
right.
Look,
voices
it's
are.
it's
Yeah,
hard to
right.
explain. Like, I don't know if you experience it. Do you have like a voice actor that you listen to a million times over and over and
Oh,
over?
good question.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good one.
it's not about the voices for me. It's about those felt heads. They do.
So, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, let's get
Such
into it.
flattery.
Agreed.
I
hear
Yeah, you know what they say is felt don't crack. Once you go felt, you never go back.
It's a common saying.
Yeah,
Totally common thing.
yeah, you know.
So
but
you
like,
guys,
go
Go
on,
ahead.
Dan.
you guys were the original narrators for the book. You were there for the entire ride, and then you get this last book, and you come to a chapter called "The Last Battle." Did you guys have feelings about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like 20 years of our lives.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Mhm.
Huge part. Wow.
More because you're still hanging out.
Yeah, right.
Right. This
And now it's
chapter.
because they love us. You know, it's now it's because they love us. So
No, but
The
go
audience-
back to that moment. Like, were you surprised that you were even like doing this chapter? Was this in doubt at all once, Robert Jordan passed?
How soon was it that we knew Brandon was going to be writing the last three?
we found out that he was going to be writing the last three.
Which
Well,
we thought were only going to be one.
So
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
It was 2008 when we found out. And the reason I know that is because
he's a genius.
Well, that.
Mm.
They contacted us, said Brandon's going to be doing it, and then immediately after that, because he knew it was going to take a number of years or at least a number of months to write it. And at that point, they had not made the decision to make it into 3 parts. They were thinking 2, but they even hadn't made that much of a progression. But before, one of the things that happened was before while he was writing the last book, he just happened to have a little other trilogy that he had finished, and could that get
right
good in the meantime?
wow.
So I met him, I think it was downtown somewhere in DC.
He was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the two of us kind of, I forget where the exact locale, it was someplace in downtown DC that we met, and then someone was going to be talking to us or interviewing us. And that's when I was told, and you're going to be recording Mistborn.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Wow.
So Mistborn, so now I know that was 2008. So I did the 3 Mistborn books while he was writing, I think at that point, Gathering Storm. And then I think Gathering Storm came out in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And by then they'd made the choice, they knew it was going to be 3, and then was it Towers of Midnight? And then Memory of Light.
Oh my gosh! So you're bringing me back. I remember like following Brandon Sanderson's website, and he would have these like countdowns of his work, and anything that was not Wheel of Time, I was bummed. And I would be like, I was just rooting for Wheel of Time, but he also had these other projects, so he would like.
You're like, I don't care that you're 75% done with Mistborn.
I know. I hate it. I was like, give me the Wheel of Time. It's
But
so
that's
funny.
crazy. So your guys' relationship with Brandon Sanderson like goes way back then too, and which is so. I didn't even think about that. Like that's, oh my gosh. So you've known him like 16 years.
Yeah, as I said,
2008. That's insane.
No, we
We
met
met
him
him.
when he was 12.
Right.
Oh, you really
Mhm,
did
yeah.
meet him when he was 12. I was like, no way, he wasn't really 12.
Took over.
Yeah.
writing
He's only 28 right now.
Time books.
What?
No, she's joking. She's joshing you.
I'm I can barely see you. You're like this big on my phone. So sarcasm and any facial expressions are not coming
Nuance
through.
is
You have
lost.
to tell me audibly.
All right, so
I'm gonna
but
bring
like,
my laptop closer so I can see your face.
We did a reading at was it a Books a Million in Anne Arundel Mills?
I think it was when Memory of Light came out.
And-
ooh, okay,
That was the first time I'd met him.
And
We're like the people at the mall didn't have any idea what hit them because there were lined up around the mall to get into this.
we parked in the parking lot, and there's this line of people coming out of the entrance to the mall, down the sidewalk, into the parking lot, and we're like, oh, I wonder what's going on. And then you go in, and you open the door, and we're like, okay, where's the Books a Million? Because we'd never been there before, and it's like, and the line keeps going and going. With and that was the line of people for that book signing. So
I remember I went to, I took my kids when one of the Harry Potter books came out, and it was so amazing going at midnight and seeing all these 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds just buying their books and just sitting there reading together. And that sort of excitement for a book is rare. And so for it to happen with Memory Light, I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing.
But
Wow.
we met backstage.
Yeah.
We had like a brief hello. And and he's so big and I'm kind of short. So I just remember looking up at this guy thinking, how is this possible? You're so young. And
yes,
you've already written all
Yeah.
of this stuff. And
yes,
you've taken over finishing this series that people adore.
Yeah.
You were handpicked by the widow. My God, Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm very
so I would love to get into like what it was like for you. So you had read and like performed audiobooks for what 10 of them, 11 novels, and 11, and then all of a sudden the actual author shifts, but you have to perform these characters.
Yeah.
Was there any what was that experience like for you? Was it significant in any way?
Well, and like,
Thank
did they change in your head over time or from author to author? I mean, how did
Well,
that translate for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was interesting because I had gotten used to Robert Jordan's women.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And-
the men
Oh,
were
okay.
in question, but for the women, I was like rooting for them throughout the series to become more human,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I thought they did.
Yeah.
And then
with Sanderson.
with Sanderson, and then this
Oh,
much
wow.
younger writer,
Wow.
this younger. I think at that time, I don't think he was married yet.
He was 12.
he may have been.
He's not legally. Yeah.
So
So I think he's like 30. No, he was married. But,
Okay.
But like I think.
but young guy,
Yeah.
young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Ryan mentioned his work
Wait,
ethic. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So
No.
just briefly, for me, starting the first of Brandon's books was a little bit like you're driving a car and it's an automatic, and all of a sudden there's a stick shift.
Wow.
There was
Okay.
a
Yeah.
little bit of, for me, there was a little bit of a sense of, okay, I'm not quite certain of the terrain. Oh, I need to be in second now. It
So
was
do you know
I get that.
what's
I feel
behind
that.
Right. For me, it was
Do you-
different having had the experience of the Mistborn trilogy. So I had what 1,700 pages of narration.
Yes, yeah.
Like that's like, but I want to say it was somewhere around 70 to 80 hours. I had adjusted, and so I was interested to see how he was going to continue. Whether the characters, and for me, I think it was a little bit easier because I was used to his style, in terms of the both in terms of his writing and then also in terms of his storytelling. Whereas I think, and also I think because of the mission at that point, with Robert Jordan, the universe kind of kept expanding.
Yeah, I really felt that strong.
Brandon's job was to bring it all back together. So what I appreciated was the fact that when you were introduced to a world, he wasn't bringing in new worlds. He was tying up worlds. So it became more focused, as opposed to that more expansive writing that you see in especially books like 8 through 11, where the world just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and you have to invent new voices for every new character.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The binder got that big,
I was gonna say,
Wow.
okay, so you had a binder. I was gonna say, how did you possibly keep track? Because, like, I mean, reading through this, I cannot keep. I'll just speak for myself. I cannot keep track of all the characters, and there are so many names that are so similar to each other, and that are introduced way later, and that only show up for brief amounts of time, but seem like they're really important. Like Nakomi, for instance. I mean, to like decide and hear and then generate and then have to document an entirely different character, person, like sound for that character. It's just fascinating to me. And so you keep a binder.
So for that series, we didn't have a computer when we started.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was longhand, 3-hole punch, loose leaf pages.
The dark ages, children. Okay,
Oh my
the dark
gosh.
ages.
And
You still have it. Please say you
with
saw
a
it.
quill pen.
Yeah.
We all know on this screen.
Mixed with,
We're
You got
aware.
some wax cylinders with recordings of your early versions of the voices.
Yeah,
gramophone.
We still have 45 minutes of light, Ma.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I appreciate a good spreadsheet these days.
Yeah.
But
how were you, like, how did you have to listen to yourself to reference like book 1 Egwin versus book 9 Egwin?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And did you make purposeful changes because she herself changes?
So that's all in the writing, right? I'm like a hired gun. I really do just read what is on the page. And there's so much on the page in terms of how these characters grow and change and evolve. They have certain experiences. They come back from those experiences. They're different.
Right.
Yes.
And plus, these recordings took place over 20 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't stay the same.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
So you bring your own experiences with you into the recording room sometimes to kind of generate a certain like heightened emotion of sorts.
No, I don't do that. I don't use like specific things from my
Michael does though.
I just
I could tell.
the story.
I could tell. Look, yeah.
So if it's in the story and I'm in the story, I don't need any.
You don't need that. Yeah. It's you're embodying that character, and you can empathize with what they're going through enough to convey that, which is truly fascinating and such a talent. My God.
And it's interesting from a psychological point of view, because sometimes Michael has to be very careful, because I might bust out of the booth
And be all angry.
experience. And
Yeah.
Take the trash out, Michael.
start hitting him because of the scene that I just recorded. And I'm like, there's all this stuff. There's nowhere for it to go, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about.
Well, I mean, and this, I mean,
Only
this
imagine.
audiobooks in general, it's like whatever you're reading, it affects you. I mean, I did a lot of early James Patterson where you're doing psychopathic killers or
wow, yeah.
porn.
I'm sorry, Kate.
And you just feel like
It's a wonder Kate's still alive.
You come out and you want to. I got to take a shower.
Do you remember I was doing
when
it
you were
with
doing
Patricia
Cornwell?
And she's very great, very graphic.
Yeah,
and we would come upstairs from the basement
like,
and look at each other in the kitchen and just go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that reminds me when I first played Grand Theft Auto. I walked home from my friend's house and I was looking at cars like, can I take that?
I can take that right now.
I feel like that's not the
take that.
same. That's
That's not
just
the same.
not.
No, but it's funny.
It is, because you're immersed. Right?
Yeah.
So Kate, Michael, let me ask you. So in this chapter specifically, we are dealing with 30 points of view. 10 are female, 20 are male. We have Elaine. We have Fortuana. We have Bear Lane. We have Leanne. So your deal, and this is within 190 pages, which turns out to be like over 11 hours of audio time that you guys recorded just for this one chapter. So how do you go through? Do you hit the binder when you're dealing with 20 different points of view in one chapter?
Not really by this point, because once Brandon took over, the books were coming, not that far apart, and both Brandon and Robert Jordan are great writers in the sense that they leave markers for you to recognize, and they're also creating a syntax for each character's vocalization in terms of the rhythm of speech, the words they use, all of that. So that's there, and most of these characters I've lived with for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming into this, it was a bit like meeting an old friend.
Yeah.
And
is there a character from Brandon Sanderson taken over that was like hard to transition into?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, was the writing style different, or was there any characters that were like, oh, this doesn't feel like that guy I've been reading for X amount of time? Or because I know from a reader standpoint, we're like certain characters felt off the first book, or it took a book or two before Brandon got nailed Matt's voice, for instance, or something like that. Did that stand out to you?
I didn't feel it so much because I think he nailed I think he had an easier time with by and large the male characters.
Yes.
In that transition. I didn't feel it so much, and again, part of it was I was used to his style because I had done Mistborn, and part of it is I was having so much fun with this series. I mean, honestly, it was, and there was a comfort with so many of the characters at that point because, again, he's shrinking the world down.
Yeah.
And the hard part was sometimes if you hadn't seen somebody since book 8, and you're like, oh,
yes.
What's that one? Who this about?
Yeah.
Grab the binder.
Right.
Was your voice augmented for the Dark One, or was that your natural voice?
Oh, that's natural.
Yeah, you got
truly incredible range. That range that you have, Michael, is oh my goodness, just guttural, but nasally when needs to be. Just fascinating to listen to, really, truly. And I have a question for you guys. If when you guys are,
go for it.
I'm curious what character was your favorite of the story, because story wise, and then is that different, or what is your favorite character? What was your favorite character to do the voice for? in this series? Are they the same? Are they different? I don't.
Great question.
Yeah. You
I
can
don't.
take a sec.
It because you have to fall in love with the whole story.
Yeah.
You have to fall in love with each character. You have to find something about each character. There is no favorite. It's like, yeah, there are aspects of certain characters that you liked, just because they might be fun or they might be easy or they're whatever. But I mean, I 20 characters right off the top of my head that I've had a great time with, and part of that is the great thing when the series is this big is you get to play, you're not straitjacketed in terms of, I can't use that voice. Yes, you can, because I'm going to need it in this chapter with this character.
Nice.
So it's
amazing.
You get to, and emotionally, you have the gamut. You have the fool. You have the, you're celebrating at the top. You're triumphant. You're sneering. There's snark. There's, there's, I mean, I remember Dragon Mount.
Shit. I'm gonna start crying.
The journey of that chapter. And just the exploration that you get to go on. And then there are other characters that have similar things, but that's probably the deepest exploration and the longest, just in terms of crisis of soul that you have. But the majesty, we at WatCon, what was it, when we did, I think the first WatCon when we
those two readings,
right, so
it's like it's like Henry V, it's Shakespeare, it's battle scenes, it's you get to voice the person who exhorts everyone to show up and save the fucking world. And
yes,
yes, right now, because especially for me, especially when the women get to do that, that is so powerful. That's like rise up,
and realize that when it was for the audio, I did that because it's
the speech that I did at the first WatCon, I had never recorded that speech.
Right, and so to hear her do it was just like
he realized how.
Oh my God, that's so amazing.
Oh, was that the weep for Manetheren?
But I can also say that was for me. I remember when I hit that page.
You cried.
I did.
Yeah.
Because I remember, and that's when I was doing the pre-read and I just went, oh my God. Oh, this is not this. Wow. Okay. Throw out everything you've been thinking. This book is on a different level.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so great to hear.
Wow.
You have a whole. There's majesty. There's
nobility.
Yeah.
There's faith, commitment, courage in the true sense of the word.
Just sacrifice.
Well,
and
that's amazing.
And the stakes of the game are you get a hint as to what the stakes of the game are. Because it's an all or nothing thing where basically you're fighting for, it's an existential fight.
Right.
Yeah. But so Kate, like, I want to open the floor for you to like explore more why you felt that the female voice was like different with Sanderson and like how it affected you and like the whole thing. Like I don't know how to like. I can't narrow it in, but I feel like you have more to say because it's so resonant with you. Like, what about what Brandon Sanderson did to the female voice really like gets to you?
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't just for me.
Uh-huh.
Again, I didn't get to read Brandon's work. I didn't get to get used to his syntax
Right.
before we did these last 3 books. So it wasn't just the women's voices. I was more tuned to the female characters.
Mhm.
It was like across the board, the difference between, and Brandon did an amazing job.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
get me
Yeah.
wrong. We're getting in the
Yeah.
nitty gritty here, right?
Oh yeah, we're nitpicking now.
Between an old ass war veteran
Yes.
Yeah.
who's writing this story
Yes.
and this incredibly prolific young guy from Utah.
Yeah.
So they have some things in common. Their life experiences are pretty different.
Vastly different.
So
Yeah.
I feel
Vastly different. Yeah.
I was like responding to this difference in the writerly voice.
Yeah.
Both of them were serving the story. But for me, it was definitely like, oh, I was riding this kind of a horse, and now I'm riding this kind of a horse.
Uh-huh.
That's fascinating.
You know?
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine the way that you guys worked, especially the way that the books were written. The books were written in a lot of vignettes, a lot of different points of view per chapter. While Robert Jordan tended to stay more monogamous within the chapter, it's a Rand chapter. And as he gets closer to the end, then he'll start bringing in all these other points of view. But Brandon, right off the bat, was kind of bouncing around. Do you guys read it chronologically? Do you read it per character? How do you do this?
Yeah.
Well,
Just the way you do, straight
right,
through.
straight through.
Straight through,
That's
okay.
You're trying to make sure that you're kind of capturing the experience of first-time reader.
Yeah.
Do you like
amazing.
high five? Like when one person's done, do you high five?
Yeah, you tag team
Walk out the room.
No, and that's because
No, but like really, what do you have like a celebratory thing that you do together when you finish a book or something, like a cheers of champagne? Or yes. Wonderful. I'll cheers you as well. Oh my goodness, so lovely to have you guys. Oh my goodness.
the technology that we were recording with at first, so it was not a computer. It was reel to reel. And then it was DAT.
Kate's reaction is priceless.
Which basically means it's linear.
One take, no editing, right?
Yeah.
Linear.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Take a file and pick it up and put it everywhere. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You've alluded to a basement studio. You've alluded to a basement studio. Did you have a reel-to-reel studio? And I mean, were you always doing this at your home?
No, we were working at other people's homes who had studios before we had our own. But I distinctly remember wonderful guy named Grover Gardner who got a lot of us into audiobooks in the DC area. We were working in a studio at his house and we were tag teaming. So I would be like hanging out in the living room waiting for Michael to finish his section so I could then go in the booth and continue recording because we're using DAT, which is like a VHS tape.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
And time is money with those
It wasn't
things.
until we started recording with software on a computer that we could record independently and send the files in. Miracle. No more burning it onto a CD and shipping it.
No.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I was going to say, I remember making mixtapes in the 90s. Like, that was rough. Yes. Yeah.
So if you stumbled over a word, right, real fast. So doing the DAT, if you stumbled over a word, would you just say, like, make a noise and then keep going with it? Or how would you do it?
With the DAT tape, you could stop, rewind, and then start again. The problem was that's a VHS tape.
Yeah.
Fidelity lessons.
Formatted
Yeah.
for 8
Yeah.
tracks. And you're going forward and backward and forward and backward and forward and backward.
Yeah.
And at some point in the middle of the 8th track, that machine would eat your tape because
Good.
it was
Yeah.
tired.
No.
Yeah.
You were torn
Oh my
in.
gosh.
Been
And then
there.
you're sitting there with all like 7 hours worth of work that you were about to lose, weeping, prying open,
Yeah.
taking the tweezers and trying to extract the crumpled tape and then smoothing it over and
Yes.
pulling.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
number 2 pencil. You stick it in and you just roll it back.
Yes. The
Yeah.
number 2 pencil. And then you wind it back in real carefully.
This is
First,
hurting my tummy.
you have to get the crumpled tape out of the belly
gotta
of the machine.
My
Straighten it
palms
out.
are sweating.
Oh, yeah,
Bring
that's
back
oh my gosh.
flashbacks.
So to that end, like, has the ability to just like do endless takes made you better or?
Oh yeah.
I
Or
imagine
more-
so
yeah.
because I mean that's like theater right there. That's a vocal theater
Yeah.
production, and you're just catching it on tape.
You-
You know,
and
like
you can
that's
be-
performative. It's incredible.
Yep.
True art. True art.
You
Hats
get
off.
freed of the worry of trying to like get it right.
Yes.
Right.
You can
Yes.
be
Mhm.
careless.
Which is interesting to think about that in relation to like bands in the past, like the fact that the albums that we love that stand the test of time, they had to like nail it.
Yeah.
Whereas
Right.
like
Yeah.
anything beyond like 2005, you could just do endless takes, iterate, but like those bands had to nail it in
Right.
real
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating, exactly. The technology that's available today, not to mention AI. I mean, that's a next level thing that we can't even let's
talk
not
about AI.
Yeah.
mention AI because yes,
down?
boo
Yeah.
to
yeah,
AI.
thumbs up.
But I also
Because
want
I
to
mean,
say,
it's not the same experience.
Yeah, do a thumbs down.
and I also want to say some of the most popular
God damn it.
recorded music is bootleg tapes
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
because then you're really catching them
Yes.
in process, right?
And those are the best.
Oh, I had so many bootleg tapes. I had Depeche Mode, I had the Smiths, I had the Cure, I had some YouTube. I loved bootlegs, man. We would go to
All
like
right, so-
record stores and like these
They're
things.
powerful.
Anyways,
Yeah, you look for it, right?
Yeah.
Look,
I
Those are
got-
the best.
Oh, let me. I got a very pressing question
okay.
that pertains to this chapter. This chapter involves how many deaths, my brother?
So many. I think hundreds
Oh,
of thousands, but name deaths, I think there are like
Oh dear.
12.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 12 people.
So, like,
Who-
you want to
you-
rattle them
you
off?
two-
Do you have a list real
Yeah.
fast?
Yeah,
I can find
Dan,
it,
get the
yeah.
list. So I wanted to ask you two though, like, I mean, most notably, Egwin. You've been reading her voice since book 1. She goes out in the most glorious fashion, which I gotta say, our first time reader Josh predicted her importance to the last battle. But like, what was it like for you? Or both of you? What is it
Well-
like to like kill off a character that you've
I
been
mean-
reading for 20 years?
But, like,
living
also,
with?
granted, they're not in the Wheel of Time community all the time. Do you guys still remember how Egwene went out, like, with the anti-balefire, and then she turns into a crystal tree? Like, I don't know if I would always remember that kind of thing, personally. You guys read so many different genres of things and so many different things altogether.
Mhm. I actually did just complete my first complete read of The Wheel of Time.
Oh.
Congrats!
Let's go.
Oh, all right. So
What?
I think we've now learned that Kate and Michael do not listen to each other's work. Like, which makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, but
Yeah, so
okay.
this is not a necessarily a fully cohesive story for you, you know, like historically it's not completely, but the characters that you have to play the entire time and embody are very real to you, clearly.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about like named character deaths.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything that happens in the book is engaged in moving the story forward,
Yes.
Yeah.
including a character's death.
Yeah.
Right? So while I'm reading aloud, I am not going to become like emotional, thinking in a laid back, sad way about this. I am going to be propelled forward through the story by the mechanics of how she died. Right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So cool.
I mean, I'm actually kind of curious, like,
It's
so-
really well said. Yeah. Sorry.
So, I mean, do you have to put your close reading brain on pause when you're doing voice narration? Like, or can you look philosophically, emotionally at the text? Or are you really having to kind of like abstract away that part? I mean, I don't know that you approach all books that way. That's how I approach books, so I assume other people do as well. But
can you talk more about what is a close reading brain?
close reading is looking at like the symbolic aspects of the narrative, looking at what you're talking about, essentially the emotional, political, sociological, ecological, all the aspects of a narrative that are embedded in the meaning, other than just the expression of the action and social interrelationships within the text. So kind of like the philosophical underpinning, essentially, and ethical underpinning of what's going on in the book.
I mean, I feel like it's all in there all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Like you're reading, when you do the first pre-read, right? Just to yourself, all of that stuff is present.
Right.
That's when maybe you'll be like, oh, I sense a leitmotif.
Asterisks, Josh reads books very differently.
This is a recurring theme.
Huge asterisks. Okay.
And so then when you forget that you read the book, and go in the booth and read it for the first time, all of that stuff is in you.
In you, right.
You're not like leading with it.
You're not leading with it in an intellectual way.
Yeah, I'm going to use the metaphor I'm going to say that I'm going to use is like you're trying to create that glass of wine that has, because okay, this scene needs to have that. There's a hint of cinnamon. There's some oak. There's just that bit of currant, black, not red.
Right. Tobacco on the back.
Because you're aware that line from this character to this is doing work in the story, but you also know that it's going to resonate in this way with its audience. So you're trying to make sure that happens.
Right.
As a narrator, you're trying to capture it all.
Yeah, and I think that's the theater aspect in a sense, is like these are all of the flavors you're bringing to your performance, right?
Yeah,
if they're there.
Right.
Only if they're there, ideally.
Yeah, like
or like what is the intention of the passage?
Yeah,
right.
If it's on the page, it's on the stage.
Right.
Right.
And that's the one thing you want to make. You're going to try to capture all of that, and the hard thing sometimes is, I mean, it's why I find poetry is one of the most hard things to narrate, is because there's so much wide open. You can make too definite a choice. Sometimes you need to leave it more ambiguous.
Right.
Invite in more, as opposed to that. And then it's also when you can tell, and then there's that writing that, okay, there's one thing.
The diction leads me to like deliver this in the one way that's going to show up how the author meant it.
Okay. All right.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. That's really neat to
Let me
appreciate.
ask all of you. Sorry, let me ask all of you a question.
Yes, please.
What for your experience of reading this chapter, the last battle chapter, which is how long?
200.
9
So
hours.
long.
190 pages.
But like 5 hours at the rate I listened to you
It's
to.
like-
Yeah, audible 9 hours worth.
Yeah.
So for all of you or each of you,
Mhm.
what was like, what did you bring into reading that chapter? And what were you left with when you finished?
Oh.
All right. I'm happy to start.
Yeah.
So once when I like came to this part of the book, and Brother Dan and I had the same experience, I had to put it down because I knew there was an ending, and it was like it was sad to me to think of it as ending because I read them all, waited for a lot of the books to come out, all of that. So I had to put it down.
Go on.
No. So I had to put it down at least a month. And then I was able to like pick it up. It wasn't because I had like a lot of time to read it. It was just like, okay, I'm emotionally ready to do this. So I read it. I felt just enormous gratitude, non-stop gratitude towards Brandon Sanderson. The entire 3 books, I just felt grateful that I could get to live in this world longer, and things were moving forward. So I just had gratitude. And that's how I felt, and I cried just every big scene. I was just bawling, like wherever I was, like at a coffee shop or in my car, just bawling. So that's my story with my first read of the last battle.
And I'll piggyback off Ryan, because I think our first time readers have their own perspective, because we're doing like this little academic start. Let's talk about this. Can't read fact. But when I came to the chapter, I knew that I had to be emotionally ready for it, and I wasn't for like a good 2 to 3 weeks. I needed the right environment. I needed to be nice out. I needed no one to be around. I have a big family. I need no one to be around. I needed to be able to sit, start to finish, and just absorb this thing. I mean, it has its own prelude to it and stuff. His own quote, his own prophecy quote. So I was like, all right, I can't just break this up. It won't happen. And when I was in it again with Ryan, I was just so grateful. I'm like, just the fact that we even got this after Robert Jordan unfortunately passed is miraculous. I mean, it truly is. And any criticisms we have, I mean, are so pale in comparison to the mighty work that he did.
The task, yeah. It's like looking at Mount Rushmore and being like, that nose could just be a little bit more accurate.
Could be a little bit better.
This thing reads like a movie. It's just action packed. There, like I said, there are 30 characters. There are 69 different character breaks. And it's just jumping around, but staying chronological, not getting too much in the weeds as far as locations and stuff, but still filling us in on this battle. That is so hard to do. Robert Jordan did not give us very much detail in battle. His motif was to say he didn't know if it was a minute or an hour. The fog of war happened. Things just got frenzied, and suddenly blood was all over their clothes. You know, he didn't get into the... But you can't do that with the last battle. And so the last battle here is just a really masterful depiction of a large scale imaginary war. It's reading it on this reread, I'm really, really impressed with what he did. This was very, very hard to do. It was very, very hard to do. And I think he did great.
Definitely.
Like Kay and Josh, any thoughts?
You guys.
Go ahead, Kay. I'll follow it.
All right. Well, I wrote down a couple of notes so I wouldn't forget. I went into it just voracious for answers because, like Dan mentioned, as the way that we've read this so slowly and very specifically, a couple chapters at a time, I was just ready and excited for like answers, you know? And I guess I'm coming out of it feeling like I didn't really get that as much as I thought I would. And I still have a lot of questions, if not more questions now, more than ever, just more specific questions, I guess. And I find myself going back to thinking about Robert Jordan's experience and how this whole world was created in the first place for him a lot throughout like important parts of the read. So I found myself going back to that thought a lot throughout reading The Last Battle as well. But I also just like, it has to be said that I really don't like Perrin. And so I went into The Last Battle already really not being a super big Perrin fan, but loving Fael. And I'm sorry, Kate. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know this is hard for some people to hear, and maybe he'll redeem himself, but he took a nap like during the last battle. And so I'm coming out of it still not really liking Perrin, you know? And Fael like sacrificed herself to save Oliver, and she's still badass, even more so now. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
Amazing.
that's all.
Yeah.
So funny.
How about you, Josh?
I mean, I think I mentioned this last show. I mean, I've been wondering for the whole series, like, how Tarman Gaiden was going to be represented. And I mean, from a very like high level perspective, I was very happily surprised at the execution, the pacing, and like the way it was all interleaved. It did take me a little while to get into the flow of it, but I feel like it was executed really well, and it kept pulling me along and stayed exciting, stayed delivering like a continual amount of information, and also emotional content that was all very well balanced. That's something I'm always very sensitive to, is like the pacing of the emotional versus like the actual information that we're getting in the scene. So many of the things that we had like kind of laughingly predicted and joked about have kind of come true. So there's a lot of validation for me in like seeing how some of the characters played out their role. And I love looking at like all the messianic representation stuff. And I mean, there's so many deep symbolic things that happen in this chapter too. They're beautiful. So I feel really carried by it. And it did take me an extra week to read, because I, like Dan and Ryan said, I was kind of like, well, this is just a lot. And I didn't want to just, brashly go through it without really like taking it all in and like contemplating in between what was going on. And so I was appreciative. I know it took us,
Josh,
but I was appreciative of that time. But yeah, I was very happily surprised at the execution. And I love Brandon Sanderson's writing outside of this as well. I've read some of his other books, and so I was already kind of familiar with his prose, like you were, Michael. I mean, not to the same degree, but I came into it thinking like, oh, this is going to change the relationship between the writer and the reader to some degree, and I've been really impressed with that. And again, what you said, Kate, about just this is a condensing of the world and a tying in rather than this building out and this continual expansion. Oh, that was Michael. Okay, yeah. But I really appreciate that and respect that, and that was a lot to take on, but it's been done very well. And I know I'm going to be left with questions at the end, and there's going to be some loose threads, I'm sure, but yeah, it's been great.
Well, we're going to hit your predictions in just a minute. Let me ask Joe, what were your thoughts when you hit this chapter, Joe? By the way, Joe O'Hara from Twatcast, the my kid's godfather. Are you all my kids' godfather?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. One of them, at least one of them. One of the 18.
The best one.
Are you pulling up the picture? What are we doing?
I'm trying. I'm trying.
What's happening?
Doing the same old.
So good. You're so good.
Dance. That didn't work.
Turn off my fan.
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan. Joe, fix it. No, that was it.
Every time. That's it.
All right. And then
there we go.
Here we go. Nope.
There you go.
Pull it back. And now Ryan, don't touch a thing, remember?
Yeah. Ain't no worry about a thing.
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch anything, Ryan.
Joe, look how talented you silly.
Anyway, I don't don't know. So unlike Ryan and Dan, I could not wait, and I read right away.
Just slurped it.
I think I took more time afterwards. It's like you were asking how we felt going in and how we felt coming out. I think I was too. I mean, it's been 20 years of all our lives, really. So like, I was too kind of invested to like set it aside. That being said, I don't have a large family like Dan. So I was, at the time, I just had my wife. So I was very capable of being like, hey, leave me alone for like 12 hours, kind of thing. Like, leave me alone so I can read this. So I had privacy right away, but I did say something like that. I was like, hey, I'm about to start a 200-page chapter and it's huge for me, and she good understood. But like, I definitely had to be like, give me a minute, give me some solid time. Because I can't, once I start this chapter, I can't stop. That's being said.
Right.
We our chat jumped in. So, hold on. So Matt Stagger said, I brought hope and despair, sadness, left with the same other than despair. I found myself hopeful. Sky Swirl says, gratitude was definitely my overwhelming feeling during a memory of light. Patrick Lightbody, he says, I recall feeling tingly, walking around the house aimlessly and grinning. I love it. String Claim says, it was the most excited I've been for a piece of art. I still remember everything in the room I was reading in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dan Luhu, we will say her name only once by contract. I was excited and anxious going in and sad and still anxious going out. Yes, this chapter ends on quite a lot of bad cliffhangers that our first-time readers don't know what's going on yet. Yeah. Carrie says, it took me a week to get through. I felt exhausted at the end. And Matt Stagger says,
it didn't take me that long to get through, but at the same time, that's how I did feel. Like it was afterwards, you're just like, oh my gosh. And like that's when I needed time to absorb everything that you just read.
And our lovely friend Matt Stagger says, I do remember when Eggy died, Egwin. I paused the audio to have a good cry, and my wife was concerned until I explained why I was crying.
I love you, Bill.
Queen died. All right. Have your tears.
M.R. Halley was just giddy.
Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. M.R. Halley, we love you. Oh my gosh. I love all of you. We have the most incredible group of chat members that are here with us every week and have been here throughout this whole journey with us. It's just crazy incredible. Like there's some of the, you guys know because you've been to the cons, how incredible the community is and the whole fandom. They're just like the most amazing people ever. So yeah, we're just like that's been like one of the highlights for me. I mean, I never read fantasy anything. I never was even in a book club before this, like I didn't know how to discuss a book, what they even wanted me to like pay attention to or talk about. But hey, this has been like one of the most incredible experiences because of the people that we've met, you guys included, you cutie pies that I've gotten to hug and talk and with long hours of discussion at cons. It's been a joy, really.
Yeah, you know what? People who say never meet your heroes, obviously
they're wrong.
Don't have
so
Michael and Kate's heroes. Because you guys are like really, if you've never been to Jordan Con or WatCon or whatever, and like what you see from Michael and Kate, these are these people like in real life. You can come up and hang out with them and talk with them and until like 3 in the morning.
And if they're playing Freak House and on the dance floor, like you might get freaked up.
It's so great.
Kick off your heels and have a good time.
All right.
Question, which has partly to do with what I think it's Josh you were saying about close reading and picking up on the philosophy and the sort of underlying themes and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Going into this chapter of the last battle, where obviously things are now really coming
to a head.
and tied off,
Right.
right? Funneled, narrowed down. Have any of you read The Origins of the Wheel of Time?
No, they're contractually not
Not allowed yet.
allowed to.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, they're not allowed.
Once they
Right.
finish,
Oh.
then they can have at it.
But
Yeah.
a little bit was brought up last week by one of our guests, explaining some about the battle and the relationship to the
Like a
actual
French.
battle of Napoleon and all of these kinds of things. So a little bit has been exposed. We've been exposed to, but we haven't been able to, go enjoy
No.
that.
So without no spoilers,
Uh-huh.
when we recorded The Origins of the Wheel of Time,
Yes.
I just remember being like thrilled with Michael Livingstone's book. It's so well written. It's so informative.
Mhm.
It told me so much about Robert Jordan's life and his thinking,
Mhm. Yes, yes,
And-
yes.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
mythology that he was pulling
Oh,
from,
Yeah.
that informed so much
The process.
throughout the books.
Yeah.
And then I was like spitting mad because I was like, boy, it would have been really helpful
To know all
Yes.
this ahead of time.
read this at the very beginning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
So
Well,
I
That's
was
how
actually
I am, Kate. I want all the information before I go in.
Yeah.
So that was so
And
also,
that
also-
information is not going to spoil the book. You can read that book.
Right.
Actually,
You're
before
right. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
It's not gonna, other than telling you the names of the characters and giving you a sense of them to a certain degree. For the most part, you can read the book.
Spoilers in there.
Yeah.
Well,
and
I wouldn't
that's
have been able to make
that's-
such a fool of myself. I mean, my degree is in philosophy of religion, and I had a lot of things to say about gender identity and like where his ideas about cultural stuff were coming from, religious philosophy underlying things, messianic hope, and I have dug many a hole to find myself in after this series that probably would have been answered in a way if I had read that book ahead of time. So I am looking forward to reading it and finding out all the ways I was wrong and or right. Maybe.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Kate,
But-
Michael, our podcast, our show has a first-time reader who says Gnostic more than any other show
Yeah.
on YouTube
Yeah.
going on.
Word count for narcissism in the
We're-
You have your very own Gnostic gnome.
Yeah.
we got
Yes.
Gnostic no.
Yes. Yeah, that works.
Gnostic
works.
gnome. I love
Gnostic
it. I
bee
love
gnome.
love it.
Yeah, on some level, like that's very fascinating. Like you admitted, Kate, that like now you finally have read the entire book. That means you're going into scenes, not thinking the entire narrative. Look at that! I'm just dropping shit.
Hi,
But
Ryan.
like yeah, no, thank you. But you're not like I am imagining that like that might be purposeful for the people who are like producing you. Like you don't like the characters you're playing don't know everything.
Yeah.
But if you read everything, you would know more than the characters that you're playing. Does that make
it.
sense?
And
That's true.
that's the trick, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
you do the pre-read, you do know the ending of the book,
Mm.
right? And then you have to
Mhm.
Almost, yeah. Forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
walk in naked as a baby
Yeah.
to page one
Mhm.
and go on that journey.
I love
And that's where the theater performance comes in, really,
Mhm.
because just like any theater performer, you have to know the entire script, front to back, forwards, inside out, and in your dreams and all of it, right? But then you have to go up there and push your way through moment to moment to moment to actually convey the whole process
And
of what's
The
happening.
audiobook
And
reader
so much
version of
happens
the-
for so many characters in this whole thing. It's just quite a feat that you both took on, and hats
Right.
off to you again. I mean, honestly, I can't even say that enough. It's just
Have
amazing.
you guys because you do not only fantasy, but you've mentioned a lot of like horror books and different authors and whatnot. Do you ever have to do like if there is a character from a different country? How do you navigate voice acting.
Do you mean dialects?
I mean dialect
Yes.
and accents. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just do them.
You just do them because you're acting.
So like the Sharon
Come on.
accent.
That was the best answer.
You
The
just
Sharon do it,
accent
Dan.
versus
Yeah,
the
you just do
Johnson
them. Okay.
accent versus the
Like
Donnie
I think
accent.
you mentioned that Robert Jordan did he had a certain way that he understood already and knew already how certain kind of like where certain places might sound like dialect wise or no, was that all?
No. I think I know what you're saying.
Oh, did I misunderstand?
Well into, I think well after he wrote those books, I think he made that up. I don't think
Oh,
based
Yeah.
on that,
No.
That's
How
funny.
about this?
made
So
it up.
brother Dan's saying like if
You
you're
get what I'm saying, right?
if you're reading a Western
I think the
and you
only
go into like a Mexican town and you go to the bar and the character says, I want a drink, and you have to do the bartender's voice.
You're
Is
talking
there an
about,
awareness about you being
see
a
where
white
it's
man? Like how do you like
you're
navigate that?
talking about how do you avoid being offensive?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Not necessarily offensive, but just stereotyping.
So
Just yeah.
which
but
is
yeah.
offensive.
Yeah. which
Well,
is
I'm
offensive.
sure.
yeah,
It depends.
Right?
Yeah.
So
yes.
we have it's a different environment today than it was 20 years ago.
Mhm.
Absolutely, yeah.
20 years ago, I recorded Like Water for Chocolate.
Oh shit. Sorry.
There's no way anybody would give me that book to record today.
Right.
Wow.
This is a great.
I got
point.
an offer for a book that had significant sections featuring like Southwestern American indigenous woman,
Mm-hmm.
also Hispanic.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And I wrote back to the publisher and said, I'm happy to help you find someone, but it's
Yeah.
not me. Right?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
In terms of if you have one narrator for a book, that's where casting comes in. That is the job of the publisher, to find an appropriate narrator.
Mm-hmm.
You might hope that the narrator, if they are not appropriate to the story, would refuse to take it, but it's a job, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're
That's
not
a good
talking
answer.
about,
Good answer.
we're not talking
Great
about,
answer. And what a huge
Yeah.
responsibility, though.
we're not talking about that scenario. We're
Yeah.
talking about a bit character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay to record this book because I'm not going to be voicing someone from a vastly different culture who's the main protagonist of the book, right?
Right.
We're talking about how do you honor the humanity of those small characters that don't carry a lot of weight in the book, but they are people.
Yes.
Right.
I believe in
yeah.
transformational acting,
Yes.
and I believe
I love
in
it.
human experience, and I believe in voicing what is on the page. So
Yes.
if it is
Right
on
on.
the page, if the syntax is in the dialogue, then that is what I'm going to say. There are
Like
degrees.
Faulkner, he writes, phonetically.
You can finesse the intensity,
Mhm.
extremity, right? You
Uh-huh.
can do nuance, but
How much direction do you get?
None. We do it.
I was gonna say though, this is
Awesome.
like
Okay, no one's
this
giving
is
you
like
notes.
not
Okay.
like theater in that way, where I mean, it is just you in a room. It sounds like
Yeah.
sorting out how to interpret the medium of the characters that you're reading to the best of your ability, which is like, God, wow.
You guys make such a good point, because you are not getting a script that is like enter scene. It's a dingy bar. The piano's tinkling softly. There's no this setting when you come up. The weary traveler steps up to the bar and then speaks, and then you already kind of have that direction. If you have no direction at all, and you find out that you're a weary traveler entering the bar, but it's not so obvious because it's not written right at the top of the page saying act one.
I mean, but they pre-read. They're not leaving. They're not reading it live.
Right.
They have a binder, Dan.
There you go.
Right, but
There's a binder.
There's no direction though.
All right.
That's when you pull out the binder.
Those clues are there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the things
Yes.
that changes how you do the line. It's like, if you pan into the bar, you can add the panting. You can change the breath to the action.
No, yeah. On some level, to avoid,
inform that. And with regard to the way I think we were talking about before, the one thing I would say, the thing to avoid is, and this is kind of a theater technique. There was a very classic comedy duo, husband wife, and
Fontaine.
yeah, and the husband had
Both actors.
Yeah, both of our actors, and they used to do. They're very famous. And the husband had a line where he said, "Would you like a cup of tea?" And it brought down the house.
It's a very funny line.
Oh,
I mean,
May I have a cup of tea? Brought down the house. Night goes out, thinking, okay, this is a great line. I'm going to get a big laugh. Okay, I got to get this laugh. Ask for the cup of tea. Crickets.
Mm-hmm.
Comes backstage after the show and talks to his wife. Said, what, why didn't I get the laugh? And his wife said, you got the laugh the first night because you asked for a cup of tea.
Yeah.
You didn't get the laugh tonight because you asked for a laugh.
Oh, yes.
oh,
I'm going to carry that into bed
What
with me.
Kate was talking about in terms of honoring the humanity of whoever it is, whether they are the dumbest creature in the world or the smartest creature in the world or somebody you don't particularly like. If you are trying to insult the character, then you have no business. Play the character, and the character is always trying to do something. So as long as you're honest to the character and trying to play the character's intention, you can do the line, and you can do it very funnily, and that's fine, and that's actually great if you can do that, as long as you're doing the first thing, which is playing the character, asking for what the character wants. And so in that regard, you can play a whole range of people and be true to them, be honest to them, honor them, because you've made them human. And everybody has to go to the bathroom, and everybody has to have a cup of tea every now and again, and everybody, needs to put on a coat when they go outside. All these things, they're just
everybody poops.
exactly.
Speaking of which,
Thank
To
you.
quote
honey.
a children's book.
All right,
And-
you know what? I'm gonna.
No,
I'm gonna
that
give
was beautifully said. That was beautifully said. Like really, truly.
Yes.
I feel like I cannot let you move on without Dan. Sorry, without saying
That's all right.
how beautifully said that was. I genuinely feel like I've been taking an improv class lately, and I honestly feel like I've just gotten like a really great profound acting lesson as well. So I just can't express my gratitude for the two of you enough, and my love for the two of you, and just in general. So I love you both. Thank you so much.
Michael, this reminded me of a joke. I'm going to tell you real fast right now. This guy gets sentenced to life in prison. He's in jail. The first night the lights go out and someone just yells out 37, and people just start laughing. And then someone else yells out 98, and people just start laughing. And the guy's like, he asks his cellmate, he's like, what's going on? He's like, well, we're all lifers here. There's only one joke book in the library. So we've all memorized the jokes, and they're numbered. And so we just call out the number And we say it. And so the guy goes, okay, good. So he goes to the library the whole week he's reading this book. He's trying to figure out the best joke. He's like, number 42. 42 is the joke. So he lays in bed, someone yells out 112, few laughs. Someone yells out 41, couple laughs. Someone yells out 99, a lot of laughs. And he's like, all right, now it's my time. 42, nothing, crickets. He asks his buddy, he's like, that's the best joke. What was it? He's like, some people just can't tell a joke. So I don't know why that reminded me of that, but there you go.
Oh my goodness.
42.
I thought you were going to tell them the difference between marmalade and jam.
So, yeah.
So, and that's another good
right.
Ryan, looking good.
I got it. Yeah, I know I do. But here we go. That looks better.
Especially in this mammoth chapter is the humor. Because there's humor.
Yes.
And I remember, you think it's daunting to sit down and read that chapter? How about sitting down to narrate that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like, is it ever going to end? It's not here for 20 years recording this chapter. And so all of those little moments of humor that humanize everybody, which is difficult to do because you don't want to undermine the magic,
gravity and the situation.
Gravity, the stakes.
Yeah.
I really appreciated all of that.
It was us.
How long every hour, how long are you working? For every hour of audio, how much hours are you guys putting in? 1 hour, 5 minutes?
If it's a good writer, 2 to 1 is the ratio.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right, so Sanderson's more like 4 to 1.
Oh,
I'm just
all in jest.
It can be 2 to 1. But I would also say it has to be a good fit with you as well. There's, I've narrated Cormac McCarthy for the Library of Congress a number of books. And for him, I would say if I was doing 3 hours in the studio for 1 hour, partly because his vocabulary is so huge that there was, in one book, I would go to the dictionary, words that I've never encountered and will never encounter again.
Amazing. Awesome.
So that's part of it. And when you're, but also if the syntax, if the natural kind of rhythm is not something that is in you, it can be difficult. And that can, by that, I mean, especially when you're getting to period pieces,
right,
which are very different in their rhythm because they were written at a time when the people talked in a different way.
But I'm still at home with that.
But she's at home with some of them. I'm at home with some of it, and then others, I get. And that's not to say the writer is not good. It's a different fit. It's kind of like, okay, I get this, but it's going to take me a little bit longer.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
What if there you have like a Ukrainian, a Russian, or someone like a character, and there's a line or two of Russian? Do you write this down phonetically? Do you ask Google like how to say it? What do you do?
Yeah, exactly. There's a Forvo.
Do you know Forvo?
I don't.
Oh,
I know Fievel. He was the
he went
the mouse.
Sometime down.
And all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
FORVO.
Pronunciation dictionary.
Yeah. It's a website that will give you native speakers pronouncing in
Random
some cases
words.
random words or phrases.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But even there, that's another thing. Because I remember I did a biography of Raoul Wallenberg, and so he's a
Oh, did you talk to the author about that?
No, not the author. I talked to Martin.
Okay.
So
100-year-old Hungarian
right.
in the choir.
Right.
Oh wow.
So he's a Norwegian or no Swedish diplomat who's posted to Germany, posted to Hungary actually, and so you had Germans, you had the Vatican, you had Swedes, you had Norwegians, you had Russians, you had English, you had French. These are all just names and
Yes.
places. And so for all of those, your mouth has to do different things.
Right.
You're setting up, because the R in French, the R in German, the R in Italian, they're all in a different place.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're looking at a
And
vowel
then
going,
pirate. Yeah. Arr.
which vowel is this? All of a sudden you're CI, and you're like, is this Spanish? Is this French? Is this Italian? Because CI is going to be pronounced differently for each of them. So that can also slow you down because you're like, my brain is not quick enough to identify what language I need to be speaking, from word to word.
Yeah.
Three different languages in one sentence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Absolutely.
my.
But when you have like a fake language like the dark, like the dark,
The old tongue?
the old tongue. Thank you. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the Dark
like-
Zone.
Like, it's one thing if it was just you, Michael, doing the entire book, you could do old tongue any way you want and then just reproduce it. But like Kate's got to like do the old tongue too at some points, right? Like, how did that work out so that you felt like because there's no reference, right? If you're doing an accent, you have reference. How did you do that so that the old tongue like was consistent? in
You
some
have to
way?
kind of to be consistent when there are no references for a language. So you have to make up your own rules. You have to say, we're going to agree that the CH is pronounced not sh,
Yeah, huh? Awesome. Yeah.
right?
Wow.
We're going to agree that the A is going to be ah, not ah. You just have to put certain markers down and say, this is how we're going to say these. And then you look at the individual phrases and you have agreements. We're
Okay.
prepping
Yeah.
I'm excited right now.
We're prepping another book right now. I don't think I'm supposed to say it. So
I
no
love
one's
that.
watching.
I love
It's
that.
just
Oh,
us.
yeah.
No one's watching.
No,
but this
for
is
sure.
another one where there is a made-up language.
Cool.
Two made-up languages.
Oh yeah, right.
Two.
So there are phrases people say to each other in the dialogue in these two made-up languages.
So so I just want to sit with this moment. I always had some idea that you had like powers that be lording over you and telling you do it again, make it sound like this. No, honestly, because like why wouldn't it be like it's in my ear like every night? Like why wouldn't some super company be in charge? Anyway, so that's amazing, but
Yeah.
to really sit with the fact that like you're Sodion Bone, but like you're Matt yelling the horn, like that's you guys. But not only is that you the guys, that is now in everyone's mind.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that came from you. You're in
Yeah.
our collective consciousness. That's so incredible. I never even put this together.
As like a part of this entire world, and
Yeah.
it truly is like
These are
a huge
iconic
stamp.
things. Like it's iconic for all of us. It's so great. It's so great.
Truly,
Well, thank you.
truly.
Thank you.
No, you're well.
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
And I spared you from my joke. Like ever since like before I even met you, I told my brother I was like, if I meet Kate or Michael, I'm gonna say, can you please speak at 1.6 speed? And like
Can you please
I've carried that with me for years.
It's a good
like,
joke.
please,
It's a really
just
good
like
joke.
yeah,
man.
like because that's I can't hear you normally. You don't sound right, but
All right,
You're
so
talking too slowly now.
Kate and Michael, let's if you would like to hang out, let's ask. I want to know the predictions. So there are 100 pages left in this book. We are at some dire crossroads at the end of this chapter. Ulver's holding the horn. He's being clawed out by Trollocs. Fael is run away from Trollocs. Elaine is getting her babies cut out, maybe, and getting killed. There's all kinds of things. Carissa,
Yeah.
my dear,
Yes.
do you have any predictions for the last 100 pages of
Okay,
this
so
book?
we have to be quiet because this is
Mm.
not read.
No.
I know, like
here's
the-
where Michael and Kate. This is where you get to be the elfin and the eelfin. You get to just savor. You savor.
yeah,
What-
the more wrong.
Okay,
they
let
are,
me
the
actually
better.
check. I think I wrote down a couple notes. Let me see if any of them are predictions. I said, okay, go ahead. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Egwene probably killed herself. Oh, well, this was just a thought. No, I just said Egwene probably killed herself, like because she was so upset about, the whole Warder bond, and she was in such despair because she was an idiot and didn't transfer it,
Yes.
which I will never
Okay.
understand. But whatever.
Yeah. Horrible.
Anyways,
The
so
hubris.
All right,
yeah,
so
and then,
Rand is still battling with the Dark One. He's been going through these different scenarios. They're just change. Like I said, they're each saying, "Give me that remote control," and they're clicking and they're saying, "Watch this. This is fun." And they're like, "No, give me the remote." Click. This is the best world.
so like on a big scale, bird's eye view prediction.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that the I think that the Dark One is probably going to end up like imprisoned in some way again. I don't think that much is going to change in the way that of like the outcome of this last battle versus like every other last battle that they've ever had. But
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what other than the like I don't know what's different for them necessarily, so I don't know that anything's going to really change.
Okay.
I don't, but I would like to see the Dark One defeat.
No, you nihilist. You. Josh, are
End
you
the
there?
world! Stop the suffering! Yeah.
Okay.
Is Josh there?
I'm here, Dan. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting to predictions here.
All right. Name on this.
Perrin. Give me Perrin predictions, Kay and Josh.
This is the end of the last battle chapter. Just
Okay.
so you know where they-
Perrin will take another nap and wake up when he's good and ready, apparently. No.
He's a good boy. Young Bull's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Come on.
I think he's already woken and leaped his little ass into another dream state of some sort. Right? So
All right, all right. Yes or no? Does Perrin live?
Perrin lives. He kills Slayer,
Perrin kills Slayer.
and
Yes.
he
Go on.
somehow saves Fael another time. Doesn't remember.
Yes,
Fael
I-
lives. Okay.
I do believe in that. I'm on board with
Oh
that
shit,
prediction.
brother Dan. Hey,
Perrin,
Joe,
save Fael, please.
Joe, focus in on that hand, real quick. Look at this
If Perrin saves
look at this
Fael,
nanu,
he might
Dan.
be redeemable yet.
Nanu.
All right, that's total nanu.
Matt, what is gonna happen with Matt? Does he survive?
Oh my god. He has to, right? Oh wait. Alder
Who?
has the horn now?
Matt
So-
Cawthon.
Yeah. Matt's gonna survive. Matt has to survive.
Okay,
Fuck,
Josh.
does Matt not survive? Oh no.
Well, if
I
he
don't know,
survives,
okay.
where does he go? What happens with him? He's married to.
I mean, I already made this prediction.
No,
I think
he's gonna survive.
I think we never get to see what happens with Matt in Fortuana. I think we're gonna be left wanting with that story one way or another.
Okay.
Probably.
That's been my
that
prediction
makes
for a long
sense.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Rand. Does Rand die?
Well,
I mean, he's been through a shit ton. Yeah, he's got to die. He's got to die. Egwene died. He's going to die. He's going to die for like the greater good of some sort, probably.
I disagree. Rand doesn't die. He somehow Rand's body dies, but Rand doesn't die.
Yeah, Rand.
Like all of us,
like,
right?
You've already seen his blood on the rocks of Sheo Gul, right? So, like, why? What makes you think
the prophecy has been fulfilled? We already know that fucking what's it called? The glass. What's the glass sword called again?
Kalendor.
Kalendor is somehow going to be involved. I mean, we know he's fucking crossed with Moradin. There's all sorts of opportunities for him to switch bodies or whatever it is that's going to happen.
Yes, switching bodies.
Somehow he doesn't die, but his body does.
Will it be like Bergie?
Can he jump into somebody else's body though, Josh? Can Rand?
He's gonna quantum leap.
Remember how integrated he and Moradin are, and now they're inside the Great Lord.
Yeah, because they cross streams.
They cross streams.
Party.
And they're inside the Great Lord together right now.
Escobar brothers.
He hasn't seen Moradin. We know that.
Wait, they're inside the Great Lord.
Yeah,
no,
like Gaia and the Titans.
Yes, like Gaia and the Titans. And we know that Kalendor. Men learned that Kalendor can corrupt or like be a trap for like something to happen with this stuff too, right? So it's it was
like
she was like, oh, they get
way into Moradin. You're saying that makes total fucking sense.
Somehow Kalendor, Moradin, and Rand are going to be all mixed up, and shit's going to go awry, and either Rand's going to survive or his body's going to. I don't know what it is. Exactly.
The warning from Min was that the warning from Min was that Kalendor makes you vulnerable for them taking over you.
Right. Right. So if they can trick Moradin into using Kalendor, then the girls can switch Rand's soul between his body and Moradin's, probably.
I'm pretty sure the rest of that prophecy, Ryan, was that if you turn the sword around, it works the opposite way.
Yeah, and it's the whole I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever.
Yes, bounces off of you. Exactly.
Right.
All of it.
The old reverse card, the Uno reverse card.
Yes, exactly.
God.
Hey, if Egwene can throw some anti-balefire, then Rand can use Kalendor to weasel his way into another consciousness or something.
All right, well, how about this? Talk to me about like, what do you think is after? Like, so what's
does Aviendha live? Okay,
that's a good question.
Yeah, Aviendha.
Aviendha. What is she doing right now? Remind me.
She's outside of the Boar entrance, like battling, like leading an entire like legion of soldiers and shit, like to protect Rand.
Sharans, the bad
they're in Shao Gul proper. They're in Shao Gul proper battling.
I think they're in summer, but probably within city limits. But it might be. It's not the downtown of Shao Gul. It's
all right, what was
like
that,
the nicer
Josh?
parts. Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I wonder if he transfers into Moradin, let's say, then do his bonds transfer with him, and that would inform my answer to the question of Aviendha living or not. So I guess
don't know that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna play this out.
I want you to keep going with that.
If Elaine had sex with Rand and made the twins, if Aviendha has sex with Rand in Moradin's body, would they technically still be brothers, or would he be using Moradin's sperm?
That's
very
Moradin's
question.
Sperm.
Yeah.
Body
Obviously,
versus consciousness.
this is
Josh.
amazing.
And
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know how
DNA.
you don't
Really weird.
understand
It would
that.
be more
road to go down before you know that he
Or
changes
DNA.
bodies or not.
I mean, we don't know
mind
he
is
changes
melting
bodies. I'm
right
totally
now.
theorizing here, but I could this is what I would do. Like, we're either gonna be totally stupidly wrong about, or like
I know.
His
We're gonna look like
body.
such assholes next week.
No. The inquiring minds want to know.
Joe,
all right,
that
so
drawing is probably the coolest thing I've seen today.
all right,
Yeah,
how
such a-
about like
And I saw
how about like
Honestly, fast.
I
so
saw
how
a real
about
life unicorn, and this is cool.
the Shan like bigger things like Shan like are they
The Shanshan
What-
Shanshan are
they
gonna
stay in
survive.
Randland, and
Yeah.
something happens with them and the Sharans. That's my prediction. Like the Shan. Okay, yeah, the Shanshan and the Sharans somehow cross streams too. Maybe at the end of the book.
oh
You
shit
can be
okay
like, just
uh.
That is amazing,
what?
Joe. So good. I
Honestly.
like how you did the dots manually instead of using the particle system.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It wasn't working.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It looks like a keyhole too.
It has
like, not
depth.
just a
It's got a
void,
keyhole.
but like a
Or-
keyhole.
That's brother Dan just
Shape.
coming home from work.
This is how I come home from work. Yeah.
God.
Just so everyone knows.
I go nanu nanu.
In a flowing cape. Yeah, that's a total nanu. Did you know that, Joe?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Total not.
He's all West Side.
All right.
What were we talking about?
Predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think you
which
were
one?
predicting sperm outcome, I think.
Oh yeah, no, that's Morden all the way. If it's his body, it's his sperm.
All right.
But
and
is
he-
it cheating?
Yeah.
And is the bond still there
Is it
if
cheating?
it's Rand's consciousness?
Right.
All right,
That's what I would like
Elaine. What happens with Elaine?
Elaine survives, as do the babes. They have to.
How does she survive?
Yeah, but
Mm.
didn't know.
Kung Fu fighting.
Do you think so?
Josh,
who-
I have to ask you a question based on what you just said.
Okay.
Elaine has assumed she will survive because
Yeah.
her babies are going to
I-
survive.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that Elaine dies, honestly.
Mm.
Oh
And I
shit.
think
Okay.
I think Elaine
Okay.
dies, and I think the babies may be kept alive for a short amount of time. I just don't think that they're
Do you
like.
think the live abortion birth is going to happen in this book?
I do. I feel like I do. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that might happen. I feel
Okay.
like it's a weird thing for Brandon Sanderson to write about
Right.
because I'm not sure he has much experience. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's got to take a lot of research to like.
Right.
I hope if we do see that, I don't know. Yeah, we shall see.
Okay.
Ah!
All right. Well,
So-
let's.
What about
thank our
what about
guest.
Lanfear's new body? Does she survive, Kay?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, Forsaken
Let's-
talk.
Yeah, let's talk Forsaken.
We've seen Demandra die. Does Lanfear live?
Wait, what's Lanfear in now? Who's she now?
She's that old, like weird
She's the
looking
ugly
lady.
one?
No. That's
No,
that's
she's
um,
ugly.
That's Grendel, right?
That's Grendel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Grendel's now the ugly one. So who's Lanfear now though?
Lanfear is in her other
Her
body.
name means like last chance. or
Last chance,
something.
right?
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
Sindane right now, right?
Like the pit bull at the Humane Society.
Maybe we just take that at face value and say, yeah, she lives one more time.
Are those little neck traps are gonna come into play? Do you think, Josh? That course.
What's that, man?
The soul
Corsoba?
trap necklace.
The little necklace.
Oh, the Korosubra. The Korosubra.
Uh huh.
Doesn't she? So who has on their own Korosubra? Was it Grendel that we saw wearing her own? Or Mogideon? We saw Mogideon wearing her own.
Didn't Shadow Haran have
Mogideon.
one or two?
Shida Haran.
Didn't he have like two of them?
Morden has them.
What is going on with Mogideon right now?
Okay.
Oh,
well,
Mog? She's
so
hanging
I
out.
do-
She's being a spider.
Where's my girl Mogi?
She's
I
been a
predict
lot
Lanfear.
younger.
I think Lanfear has to die because, and maybe even Perrin kills her. Because remember how she like didn't save Perrin when she had the opportunity, and she basically like spits on him and like walks away.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's going to be retribution for it. So Perrin has to survive in order to retribute that. Is that
Well,
what
you think?
There wouldn't be
Okay.
that wouldn't,
Incorrect.
plot armor wise. There wouldn't be that scene if it didn't exist for Perrin to come back and destroy.
He's gonna be like, "You rejected me. I'm gonna hammer
I'm gonna
you."
Such a
tell you.
strategical predictor, Josh.
And I also think that
I wonder what you think of Perrin with that prediction.
I like Perrin. You know that.
You
Yeah,
think
he
he would
likes
just bash
Perrin.
down a woman for like not?
I think it's gonna be the
not-
first time he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill this." guy."
I'm gonna kill this bitch. All right, okay.
He's all that.
For once in life.
I let women walk all over me my whole
I'm
life.
taking this one
and
down.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
straw that broke the
Yeah.
camel's back.
Everything he
Karen
wanted to
goes
say to
ballistic
Fael, he
and
said to
finally
her.
I
takes
predict.
out all his rage on one woman.
I predict Birgitte comes back as a hero of the horn. Okay, so Fael has to survive long enough to bring the horn. Obviously, the horn's going to be blown in the next 3 chapters or whatever it is. Like, so that's a prediction, I guess, that you can call me out on.
Yes.
And then if that happens, I do believe
Dana, won't you blow that horn?
Birgitte will be reborn as a hero of the horn.
Yeah.
Oh,
You agree
okay.
with that,
But
Karen?
he is, all right, you heard that here. You know what? Let's, Michael and Kate, thank you for being here. I don't know if you guys can bolt anytime. We want to say.
Oh no, I'm checking the end of the chapter.
Oh,
Well,
She's like,
You're validating our
Okay.
questions.
All right, this is great. This is great.
I love
Okay.
it. I love it.
But real fast before, I don't want to do this at the end. I want to. What is your passion project with the books for prisoners? Can you just give us a little spiel real fast?
What's our relationship with them, or
Yeah.
Well,
let us
for
know
our
your
chat.
passion for it.
Well,
yeah.
no, that is. So we both worked for the Library of Congress Talking Books program for a number of years,
Cool.
and every now and again, when there's an awards ceremony, some of us get tapped from the studio to be what they call the voice of God. That was me. So there was this was a number of years ago. I want to say it was 10 years ago. It was the Literacy Awards, and I was the voice of God. And the keynote speaker talked about how one of the basic fundamental things you have to do to break the chains of poverty is raise the literacy level of any country.
Yes.
Because literacy is one of the keys to economic empowerment.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so via the internet, giving more contact from fans to us, we started getting requests to do, a phone message or can you read something for me or whatever. And
Which are amazing.
we're union members, so it's like, well, technically we should be charging for this, but really we don't want to. But on the other hand, we don't want to be overwhelmed with requests for stuff. So how can we, what kind of a solution can we come up with? And the idea that we hit upon was, let's say, well, we can do up to, say, a minute or two of narration or a phone greeting, whatever it happens to be.
Right.
If someone would make a donation to a literacy organization. And every time we would do that, well, what literacy organization?
Yeah.
So then I would spend hours
Yeah.
researching books programs or literacy programs in their state.
Oh, wow.
I was like, this is stupid.
Right.
Pick one
Right.
and just say, donate here. And every so often, we'll have someone who'll say, is it okay? I volunteer with a prison books program. Is it okay if I make a donation to them? And we're like, yep,
Yeah, sure.
absolutely.
Wonderful.
Basically any literacy foundation.
Yeah.
We don't care. It's just the easiest one for us is make it books to prisoners.
Yeah.
And the other part of the reason we chose that was also there are a number of people in the community, in the Wheel of Time community, whose first exposure to the Wheel of Time
Came through
in prison.
Yes.
And
interesting subtext. Yeah.
there's
Uh-huh.
most of fantasy literature, the genre is very heavily weighted toward redemption,
Right.
and or coming of age and redemption is
Yes.
that theme.
Popular themes.
And very Judeo-Christian ethic.
That should be our Gideon's Bible. We should just have
Right.
the eye of the world in every prison library.
Yeah. So it had a kind of a special. That's partly why we chose Books to Prisoners. Now, the downside of Books to Prisoners is they don't get audio. They are not allowed to. So they only get the books, but that's fine.
Almost no prisons.
Yeah, right.
Will allow
audiobooks.
So that's totally fine.
But they're the oldest prison books program in the country,
and
they serve all the states.
Yeah,
nice.
It is such a noble cause. Recidivism is a nasty reality in our prison system, and having a I mean, I grew up with a lot of books around, and I read a lot, and not everyone, most people didn't have this option. And so at least having this option, if you're locked away, you're in your cell for 18 hours a day, 22 hours maybe, if you're a bad boy, if you're naughty. But still, like being able to have...
You're not supposed to make that sound appealing, Dan.
No,
if you're naughty, if you're
books,
super naughty.
If you're naughty.
That was a drinking obligation.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
You want to?
But all this really, so I really think that people start their journey with books, and if they're lucky, and then get to travel, right? And if you can't get to travel, at least you can travel with books. You can get out there. But if you don't have books and you don't have travel, you're in a very small world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean,
and if you're in a cell, then you're in an even smaller world, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Joe,
I know, right?
Way to point out the obvious, Dan.
That's the thing.
Wow. Full circle.
Our booths are we had this room built in our basement, and we each have our own booth. And, we have
a small dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. We have people over, and we'll take them in and show them. And my booth is, what's mine? 4x4.
4x5. 4x5.
Michael's is 10 by 12.
Yeah, this is as a recliner. A lazy boy.
Lazy boy.
Oh, Mike.
Like a desk and a chair in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Small.
Smoking lounge. He's just hanging out, having a good time.
People will open the door and look inside and recoil and say, "How can you sit in hours and hours?" And I'm like, "I'm not in there."
Yeah.
You're in the book. Yeah.
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
Right.
What you just said about the freedom that reading can offer you if you are incarcerated, the opportunity to be elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's such a great,
cool.
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Especially with I imagine with these fantasy books and books that build entire worlds like this that you can escape to. I mean, worlds that live by entirely different rules and laws of nature and everything. It's just it can be quite magical for anybody trying to just escape for a little while, right? So
you've definitely given me a newfound appreciation of the liminal space of the narrator of a book. Thank you. I'm very appreciative of getting to have insight into your guys' world. It's been really meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you. And please get in touch after you read The Origins of the Wheel of Time.
Okay. We will.
I'm very interested to hear what you think.
Cool.
Yes, we'll have to revisit and have you guys back on to have another chat about that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Next year when we're at the beach again.
Yes. Let us know. This happened to be perfect timing. I'm so
well, thank you guys for who you are. Thank you. You are a diamond, a shining beacon in this community. People adore you for good reason. And I am part of that group. I'm so lucky to have been. I've hung out with hours with you guys, and I remember it
smash
all.
That like.
It's it's so fun. So smash that like button. Yeah, smash that.
With a samurai sword.
So thanks for hanging out with us. I did not know you were giving us 2 hours. This is
I know, you're
amazing.
so generous.
You
You're
guys.
so generous.
Yeah, we hope we aren't
Alright.
keeping you from a beach walk right now.
I
Yeah, recent
know.
beach walk.
No, hey, real quickly though, I read on Reddit. I can't get through the show without bringing up this controversy. I read on Reddit that when you read the scene where Bella dies, you went a little over the top. You were like making horse dying sounds, and they're like, no, you can't do that.
Bella dies.
Ha ha.
Was that him or me?
Oh,
It
I
was
don't remember.
over. Yeah, it was a male.
It was over.
Over, yeah.
Over hopped off, and Bella.
Like
took
the
its
joke
final
that
breath.
I'm failing to
Oh,
do is
right.
that you
Yeah, it's a bad joke.
enjoyed. Yeah, I know I'm failing, but
You're failing.
All right, I just want to bring up this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, yeah. Normally
That's my
chat
brother.
like requests it, and then I could just do it naturally. But they were so engrossed in what
Whoa,
you're saying.
exactly. They were so entertained that they just didn't even think about Bella the entire show.
Spirit, right. Yeah.
All
We
right.
haven't been able to do that for a
Thank
while.
you both so much.
Thanks, Kate and Michael. Thank you.
Thank
Mwah.
you so much. We will talk soon. Have a
Yeah.
good weekend. A good good weekend.
Enjoy your
Good-
vacation.
Good, yeah,
Thank
enjoy
you.
your
Yes.
autumn. Yeah.
Yes.
You too.
Thanks for
Bye.
spending time with
All
us.
right, everyone,
Love
run for your lives. This is the way of the leaf.
Yeah, bye.